morning. Welcome to the Christian Trucker Vlog. My name is Lee. Great to have you along with me. It's Thursday morning. I am in the lovely downtown Quesnel, British Columbia, heading south. I have a load of lumber that's going to Oregon, but not today. Today I'm going home. I just don't have enough hours left in the week. I started early on Sunday, so by the end of today I'm going to have 12 hours left, and it's not enough to get me down to Oregon. So we're going to park it in the yard and call it a week, and I'm always happy heading home. It's my favorite trip. So it's only going to take about, let's see, it's 10 now. It took a while to get loaded. I was there at 7 in the morning. 3 hours and 20 minutes, and it took me about 20 minutes to get the load on. It was 12 bundles, all the same thing, nice and square on the deck. All the straps went on, bang, bang, bang. And yeah, it took about 20 minutes, but it took 3 hours for them to work their way through the trucks lined up in front of me and to do the paperwork and everything else. So once I got the load going, man, I was out of there just like that. And yeah, I've got 6 hours till I get home. So it's going to be a good day. Looking forward to it. The road conditions are pretty good. Although it's foggy right now, the skies are fairly clear. And I'm going to be soaking in my own tub and sleeping in my own bed. Looking forward to it. I was reading in Psalm 104 this morning. A really good read, man, about how everything comes from God. Everything. You know, the farmer puts a seed in the ground, but the farmer doesn't do the miracle of life that turns that little seed into a big plant full of fruit, full of food for us. So every bite of every meal, you know, regardless of who got in the middle and packaged it, it all comes from God. Every breath we take, every drink of water, it all comes from God. And it was really inspiring the way the psalmist glorified God for all his provision. God opens his hand and the whole world takes from it every single day. And I kind of imagine God standing at a counter and all of us lined up. And we need to get these things from him today. We're going to need some oxygen today. We're going to need water. We're going to need food. We're going to need a lot of things. The house you live in, it's God's lumber. The car you drive, that's God's steel. Everything belongs to God. And the appropriate response is an ongoing thankfulness. Thankfulness for all that we have. We're so blessed. You know, people today live like better than a king did years and years ago. We live better than most kings did even 500 years ago. Air conditioning, awesome food, comfy beds. We're so spoiled. And we, above all people, should be filled with endless thanksgiving. This psalmist probably lived in a tent and slept on straw. I don't imagine he had it great compared to us. But his thanksgiving was so profound and so deep and meaningful and sincere. It really was encouraging and eye-opening to me how I need to up my Thanksgiving game. I'm not, you know, I give God thanks before I eat, but come on, that's one little thing in all the different things I need from God today. So I'm going to try and invest some time in being thankful. So I'm going to mosey on down the road. There won't be a Bible study today, unfortunately. I'm going to be running home as fast as I can to see my girls. Looking forward to it. We'll talk to you in a bit. heading down into Williams Lake, and I'm feeling pretty good about life. I have 290 kilometers till I'm home. The load is good. Everything's good. I'm going to do something I normally don't do. I'm going to stop in 150 Mile to grab a bite to eat. And I try as much as possible to eat out of my own cooler because the food is healthier and it's also a lot cheaper. But I'm feeling a little bit, I don't know, celebratory today. It's been a good week. Despite a little bit of adverse weather, it was a good week. I'm happy. I get to go home. I'm going to play some Zelda with my daughters. We got a Switch over the Christmas holidays and the new Zelda, and we've been playing every single one as they come out. I usually wait a year for the system because it's too expensive at first, and we're just having a blast with that. So I'm looking forward to get home and relax. I'm going to be in my own bed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, and then taking off Sunday morning for Oregon. And on days like this, it just feels like I've got the best job in the world. You know, the peace of mind, the opportunity to do this blog. I do a podcast as well. Lots of time to think, to meditate, to pray. It really is. I'm really blessed. And I think God knew that. That's why He gave me this job. He put me in this position. It fits me very well. It gives me the opportunity to do the things that I want, that I'm capable of. You know, God gives each of us talents, and then it's up to us to, what are you going to do with them? Well, thankfully, I'm able to use what God has given me. And believe me, I don't want to be that wicked servant that he comes back and, okay, what have you done with what I gave you? Well, I knew you were a hard man, so I buried it. Well, it doesn't end well for him. Read the book. It ends badly. And I don't want to be that guy. You know, the most important day in our life is Judgment Day. It's not your birthday. It's not your wedding day. It's Judgment Day. That's the big one, guys. And I live my life in preparation for Judgment Day. I don't want to hear, I don't know you, depart from me. That's the last thing I want to hear. You know, ever since I was young, I don't know why the camera keeps going dark and light. But ever since I was young, I've always had it in mind that one day I'm going to die, and that's always been in the back of my mind. And I live my life in such a way that I don't want to have regrets when I get there. I don't want to lay on my deathbed filled with regrets and self-loathing. And so far, I'm doing good. I can go to my death feeling like I lived life to the fullest and I didn't do any irreparable damage to anyone. If there's anyone that I've wronged, I've gone to make things right with them. And that's important. I don't want to have an issue that's unsettled. You know, it scares me that someone could stand there and say, God, there's no way you should let that person into heaven for what they did to me. I demand justice. What's God going to do? You know, God is just. There has to be justice. So I want to make sure I'm right with everyone. And that's it. You know, I don't know why I'm telling you that. Maybe there's someone out there that needs to hear that. Maybe they need to ask forgiveness or offer forgiveness. Very, very important. Mercy triumphs over judgment. So on Judgment Day, those who have shown mercy will receive mercy. Those who have shown no mercy will be shown no mercy. I don't want to be that person at all. So, you know, I've had people do some pretty horrible things to me, and it's been very difficult. A very, very hard road. One almost destroyed my life. I was actually sitting on the end of my bed with a gun, you know, basically contemplating the end. And it wasn't long after that God sent me an encouragement. It was, I believe, in Psalm 91. And just encouraging me to have faith and be of good cheer. God is with me. And God is like that. In your time of need, He comforts you. So, it's not long now until I'm home, and I'm looking forward to it. I'll touch base with you somewhere near Kamloops.